This is why The Penguin is the best superhero show in years and what Marvel can learn. The Penguin, HBO's gritty new miniseries, has taken the superhero genre in a bold new direction.
So listen, the smart play here is to kill you and stuff you in the trunk with Stinky over there. Be done with the both of you.
No.
Set in the universe of The Batman, 2022, the show is a far cry from the typical capes and superpowers fare. Instead, it delves into the criminal underworld of Gotham, offering a masterful character study that combines gripping performances, mature themes, and brilliant writing. With its darker crime drama approach, The Penguin doesn't just succeed, it outshines almost every other superhero adaptation in recent memory. But how did The Penguin manage to captivate audiences? Let's explore how this show stands apart and what lessons Marvel DC's biggest competitor can learn from its success. A bold departure from superhero tropes. Unlike most superhero shows and movies, The Penguin doesn't rely on superpowers, flashy costumes, or larger-than-life battles. Instead, it draws inspiration from acclaimed crime dramas like Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, and Scarface. The result is a grounded, gritty tale of ambition, betrayal, and power struggles. At the heart of the show is Colin Farrell's transformative portrayal of Oswald Cobblepot, also known as the Penguin. Farrell, nearly unrecognizable under prosthetics, brings an incredible depth to the character. His sleazy charisma, combined with a relentless drive to climb Gotham's criminal hierarchy, makes him both captivating and terrifying.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gold Summit. You're all gonna be proud to say you were here tonight. All of you. Even though I know you hate each other's friggin' guts.
Farrell's performance is a masterclass in creating a villain you can't look away from, a character whose ruthlessness is only matched by his cunning. But The Penguin isn't a one-man show. Kristen Milioti delivers a career-best performance as Sophia Falcone, the daughter of crime boss Carmine Falcone. Her character is a perfect blend of strength, vulnerability, and calculated ambition. Episode 4, which focuses heavily on Sophia's story, is a standout moment in the series, a testament to both Milioti's talent and the show's strong writing. The supporting cast is equally impressive. Clancy Brown, known for his roles in The Shawshank Redemption and SpongeBob SquarePants, brings a commanding presence to the screen. Meanwhile, Michael Kelly, House of Cards, adds a sharp edge to the show's ensemble. Together, they create a rich, atmospheric world that feels both expansive and deeply personal. DC's new formula for success. The Penguin is the latest in a series of steps toward a new creative direction for DC. After years of missteps, tonal inconsistencies, and critical failures, the studio seems to have found its footing by fully embracing darker, more grounded storytelling. This approach began with The Batman, 2022, directed by Matt Reeves. The film's gritty, noir-inspired tone was a hit with audiences and critics, pulling in nearly $800 million at the box office. But while The Batman laid the foundation, The Penguin takes things a step further. By eschewing the traditional superhero formula altogether, the show carves out a unique identity within the genre. Unlike earlier DCEU entries like Man of Steel and Justice League, which struggled to balance lightheartedness and seriousness, The Penguin commits fully to its tone. It's a grim, rain-soaked exploration of Gotham's criminal underworld, unflinchingly honest about the desperation and corruption that define the city. This tonal consistency is a welcome change for DC, whose attempts to mimic Marvel's humor and bright visuals often fell flat. At its core, The Penguin is a story about inequality. Gotham itself serves as a metaphor for the chasm between the rich and the poor, with its gleaming skyscrapers and decrepit slums separated by a river that symbolizes both physical and social divides. This theme is woven into every aspect of the narrative, from the Penguin's rise to power to the tragic backstories of supporting characters like Victor. A masterclass in writing and character development. One of The Penguin's greatest strengths is its writing. The show's narrative is packed with twists and turns, yet it never feels overly complicated or contrived. Every plot development feels earned, a testament to the skill of the writers. Oswald Cobblepot's journey from low-level criminal to major player in Gotham's underworld is a compelling arc that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. The Penguin is constantly walking a tightrope between victory and defeat, using his wits and cunning to outmaneuver his rivals. His ability to exploit the greed and ambition of those around him is nothing short of masterful. Yet, for all his cleverness, Cobb never feels like he's fully in control. The show brilliantly balances his moments of triumph with reminders of his vulnerability, creating a character who is as relatable as he is reprehensible. Sophia Falcone's character arc is equally compelling. She's a study in contrasts, both a victim of her circumstances and a powerful manipulator in her own right. Her morally gray nature makes her one of the most complex characters in the series, and her dynamic with Cobble is electric. Thematically, The Penguin explores the consequences of inequality in profound ways. Cobblepot's ambition is fueled by a desire to escape the poverty of his upbringing, but his rise to power comes at a steep cost, to himself and others. The show paints a bleak picture of a society where survival often means sacrificing morality and humanity. Marvel's missed opportunities. While the Penguin exemplifies how superhero stories can evolve, Marvel's recent efforts reveal glaring missteps. For years, Marvel Studios dominated the genre, but its inability to adapt to changing audience expectations is costing it dearly. One persistent issue is Marvel's portrayal of villains. Many, like Jeff Bridges' Ironmonger, Iron Man, or Malekith the Accursed, Thor the Dark World, are one-dimensional obstacles with generic motives. Even more recent antagonists, such as Gore the God Butcher, Thor Love and Thunder, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, have failed to deliver the depth or complexity necessary to engage audiences. In contrast, the Penguin builds its entire story around Oswald Cobblepot, crafting a layered, morally ambiguous character whose journey drives the narrative. Marvel's reliance on formulaic storytelling is another major flaw. Once innovative, the MCU's formula, quippy humor, flashy action, and interconnected plots has grown stale. Recent projects like Thor, Love and Thunder, and Eternals attempted to break new ground but suffered from tonal inconsistencies and convoluted narratives. Meanwhile, the Penguin thrives with focused storytelling, prioritizing character development over spectacle. Female representation is another area where Marvel has struggled. While the studio has made strides in diversity, many of its female leads lack depth, with characters like Captain Marvel and She-Hulk often feeling underdeveloped. The Penguin, by contrast, delivers a masterful portrayal of Sophia Falcone, a morally complex and central figure whose unpredictable actions drive much of the show's tension. Finally, Marvel's obsession with building its interconnected universe has led to bloated stories that prioritize setup over resolution. The Penguin avoids this trap, telling a cohesive, self-contained narrative while still existing within the world of the Batman. This balance allows it to resonate with audiences in a way that Marvel's more franchise-focused efforts often fail to achieve. By clinging to its old formula and avoiding darker, more mature themes, Marvel risks alienating its audience. The Penguin proves that superhero stories can thrive by embracing complexity, tackling themes like inequality and corruption, and crafting narratives that challenge and engage viewers. The future of superhero storytelling. The success of The Penguin is part of a larger trend toward more mature, genre-defying superhero stories. Shows like The Boys and Invincible have already demonstrated the appetite for darker, more complex narratives. Audiences aren't tired of superheroes, they're tired of formulaic stories. As Martin Scorsese famously said, many superhero films feel like theme parks rather than cinema. The Penguin bucks this trend by delivering a grounded, character-driven story that feels both fresh and timeless. DC's decision to embrace darker themes and standalone stories could be the key to its future success. If The Penguin is any indication, this new approach has the potential to produce some of the best superhero content of the decade. Conclusion: The Penguin is a triumph, not just for DC, but for the superhero genre as a whole. With its stellar performances, intricate writing, and mature themes, the show sets a new standard for what comic book adaptations can achieve. As Marvel grapples with its creative slump, The Penguin serves as a reminder that taking risks and breaking from formula can lead to greatness. Whether DC can maintain this momentum remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: The Penguin is a game changer, and it's only the beginning of what could be a bold new era for DC.